everybody. It's time for another Tourney Report. I'm joined by Rainey Kluge from our sister station way up north in Presque Isle, Channel 8. Rainey, thanks so much for taking the time here. A big win for Herman so far, the boys. And MDI, 10 points up at the half against a Marana Cook team. They're trying to be a double-digit upset seed team here. What do you think of the action so far?
You know, I think the action so far has been really good. I know that MDI, I saw them play twice in the county where they were in Presque Isle and Caribou, and you know they're young, and you knew they were going to give teams fits, and they've definitely done it with some great defense.
Those were some of the matchups that I'm sure you're dying to see here. Maybe later in the tournament we'll get a rematch, but also tell us a little bit about the teams that you have on your local radar.
Well, tomorrow Caribou is taking on Orono. That was a rematch of last year's quarterfinal on the boys' side. That should be an excellent game. Caribou beat Orono up in earlier this year, so they only met once, but that should be a good one. And then in Class D, of course, you got the Southern Heuristic girls, who everyone feels are going to be the winners again. You know, they rolled over most of their opponents. The game I'm looking forward to tomorrow on the girls' side is Central Heuristic and Katahdin girls. They met twice on the regular season, 2 close games, and I think they could be a team that could advance to the finals.
There's been talk before this season even started about the B North boys. I can't believe we have a defending state champ completely reloaded as the number 4 seed Orono, and they look just as dangerous. Have you ever seen this kind of depth here in the recent years?
No, not really. I mean, you know, you've heard about it all year long, saying that any of the top 6 teams could probably win the whole thing in Class B, and then you look at what they've done and saying, yeah, I mean, anyone can knock anyone else off, and that has shown somewhat in the Class B Big East games this year.
Got to be lucky to have these kind of matchups where that's why they play the games. There's really not much blowing out going on here in Class B.
No, hey, I'll tell you, nice crowd for this one too, and I know the 2 later games are going to have really good girls crowds. So this is the time of year that everyone looks forward to. Cabin fever is going, and people are ready for the tournament.
Thanks so much, Randy. Old Town and MCI girls are getting after it, and a rematch of Marana Cook, MDI in the girls matchup too. Speaking of great crowds, let's go down to Augusta and see Connor Magliozzi down there. Connor, what's up?
Nothing much, Ben. Like you said, you know, the energy in this place, absolutely fantastic. Got the band behind me, giving a lot of energy to this place. I'm going to get all of you at home caught up in case you missed it earlier. Coney got the opening win for the first game of this session, beating Brewer 48-37. It is now currently halftime between number 2 Hampton Academy and number 7 Gardner. Taking a quick peek at the score, Hampton Academy currently leads this thing 27-14. We have about 3.5 minutes to go until that comes around. You know, one thing I kind of noted earlier today about this Hampton Academy team is that for a number 2 seed, relative to other teams that are currently in this tournament, they don't score a lot of points in comparison, but their defense has been absolutely locked down all season, only giving up about 37.7 points per game. And as we said just a moment ago, holding this Gardner team to only 14 points. And for Gardner, this is a team that is only a single year removed from a perfect season that came to an end in the Northern Maine Championship. Obviously, they lost a lot of starters in graduation, and their head coach resigned, but they fought their way back to an 8-10 record, and I'm going to be curious to see how this team comes out here in the second half. As I've said all night long, we're going to have these highlights and post-game reaction later tonight, but until such a time, I'm going to send it back to you, Brittany, in the studio.
Connor, reporting live from Augusta for us tonight. Thank you very much, Connor and Ben. Nothing quite like Tourney.